Hey guys, it's been a minute. Fingers crossed, internet cooperates today. Y'all, I love this new exfoliator, but that's not what I'm on for today. I'm actually on because you guys know how I really love cream shadow. And I use it for a lot of hacks. But it's so versatile, so I kind of wanted to show you guys like what else this stuff can actually do. Because it's so like multi-purpose and so versatile that I just wanted to show you guys different ways to do it. So as of right now, what is on my face is actually I did my skincare, I did my instant lift, and I did primer. So that is all that I've put on my face to this very minute. So I'm going to show you guys some tricks with one of my favorite products. And I'll keep exfoliating because I'm obsessed with this peppermint lip exfoliator. I hope they bring it back. Maybe next year for the holidays. We'll see. So I'm going to use a little bit of primer and show you guys what I'm going to do with this cream shadow. You guys have seen me do my brows a scarce amount of times because they take so long and because I have very little eyebrow. I overplucked in the 90s. Hi, Pat. How are you? I overplucked in the 90s, and I have very thin eyebrows. My mother warned me. She's like, don't do it. Don't do it. And now I have to draw them in. So, you can use cream shadow for brows. And I'm going to get two colors because Proud's going to be a little dark for my whole brow. I have like 50 bajillion cream shadows on this Lazy Susan right here, and I didn't get the other color ready ahead of time. And so I'm like literally going through colors here. Oh, that's a good color. I might use that one too. But yeah, there's so many options in the creams and the shimmers. Here we go. There we go. I was looking for Faithful. So prior to our brow kit releasing, our little brow palette releasing, I did use our cream shadows for my brows. It's a great trick. And part of the reason I did that is because it was the closest texture actually to the dip brow. So, because cream shadows are in the bundle for December, our special little deal, I wanted to get on and show you guys some tricks with them. You guys know my favorite trick, right? Does anybody know that has watched me before what my favorite trick with the brown cream shadows is? I'm just curious if anybody would remember. So I'm just going to use that to fill in and build my brows out where I don't already have them. And y'all, my brows take me a long time, like legit, because I'm literally drawing it in where I don't already have them. So I'm not necessarily the neatest makeup putter-oner. You guys know this about me. Putter-oner is not even a word, right? Applier. There you go. I was like, what's the proper grammar to use for that? But yeah, cream shadow. It does an amazing job. And the best part is because the mattes dry to a powder, these babies aren't going anywhere. The cream shadows actually have primer in them. So with the brow primer together, I actually have brows that aren't going to be sliding off my face. So that's just another little trick. This was what I did before the brow kit. And I wanted to show you guys because not only can you use it to cover your gray hair if you're a brunette. We have some lighter browns, like I usually typically use Proud when I cover mine, but we have Faithful, and then we have like a chestnut one. Let me see if I can find it so I can show you guys. In my plethora of cream shadows here. Oh, I forgot that's a pretty color. Is that it? Yeah, and then there's another like lighter brown color too. So any of the brunette girls, we got you taken care of. And I don't think blondes usually have such a big problem hiding their gray. But yeah. It's like the most versatile thing. And all I did was take the two browns. And just like how whenever I put on my, when I use the brow palette, I mix the two colors together and then I make a paste. So this is basically just doing that very same thing. And my brows do look crooked in the iPad, more so than they are in real life because of the angle of the camera. So I'm going to be looking up above you guys for a hot second while I'm trying to get them to match. This is why I never do my brows live, or at least I rarely do my brows live, because it's like, I feel like it's very painstaking because it's such an important feature on your face, that if you get the shapes too wrong, it can really make you look crazy. And I'm going to clean these up too, so guys don't think it's going to stay this way, because it's certainly not. Hi, Veronica. It's certainly not going to stay this way. It's just, you know, me playing with them to get them the right shape. Because literally, if you guys seen from the beginning, they're like just two little pencil thin windshield wipers that kind of just hang out on the top of my face. I can double check. I'll double check for you as soon as I get off this live. I can see if there's tracking posted yet for you in the back office. But it's usually 5 to 7 days is the max, because it's the holidays. But I can check for you what the shipping time is. Yeah, no problem. I'll log in. I can see the order and see if it's shipped yet, and I can even give you tracking if it has, or I can tell if it's still processing. So I'll definitely get in there and do that for you. Thank you again, by the way, for your order. I think you're going to love it. And I'm doing my brows, and it takes me 5 million hours. Usually I'm not this like slow or monotone, but this is something like I don't want to mess it up. And so if you do mess it up, the cool part is you can get a shine wipe, the makeup remover cloths, and go in and clean it up with the other end of the brush. I just dampen my little other side of my brow artist brush and clean up, because y'all know I do it messy style. Y'all know how I am. I am not super neat at all. Not even a little bit. And I have to, again, look over you guys, because what I see in the iPad and what is reflected in the mirror, it's a little... they're different. Or I'm just going to go with, like, expressive brows. One's going to be like, and the other's going to be like. But y'all know me. Y'all know I'm not afraid to embarrass myself whatsoever when it comes to putting on makeup. And I will do trial by fire to show you guys stuff all the time. But this is, again, one of my favorite little tricks, to use the cream shadow to do my brows. It would be a lot easier if I had hairs to play with, but, you know, when you don't, you make it work. And this is just to show you girls that feel like you have no eyebrows, you can totally make it happen. And there are literally 3 different browns that you can get. So there's the Proud, which is the dark, dark one. That's the one I usually use on my roots, and I'm going to show you guys that in a hot minute. Then there's the Faithful, which is like the medium, and then this like little chestnut, the light one, and Grateful, which is such a good mid-tone color. I don't use it enough. It doesn't get enough love from my makeup bag. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Brittany. Hi, guys. I am just doing some brows with the cream shadow because it's such a great multi-purpose little product that doesn't get enough love. And so I'm going to use it today on my brows and on my roots. I know you guys have seen me do that before as well. And do a, you know, full face too, but I'm just cleaning up. They're a little messy. They're a little messy, but it's all right. That's what concealer's for, right? And I'm going to get a little bit of the lighter color, the Grateful. And it's different than using the powder, so... Ooh, that's nice. Did y'all see that? Oh, this is me doing makeup on a daily basis, straight up. Like on a daily basis, it looks really crazy before it looks good. That is legit the story of my life. I look like a hot mess before it looks nice. I mean, you can always fix it. That's the good part. And that's why I do my brows first, because there have been days where I have literally done them and completely just gotten the shine wipe and wiped them completely off and started over. Because I don't have enough hair to play with. I mean, I just don't have the brow hairs. So, that is the struggle. That is like, this is the one thing when I put on my makeup that I am literally the least confident at doing. But that's part of the reason why I'm getting on here and I'm doing it today and showing you guys. Because it's like, if me, somebody that is not a super skilled makeup person, can put them on and do it, then there is no reason you guys should have problems doing your brows. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah, follow. If you guys can let me know you're there and then I'm not boring you to death, throw me some hearts or some kind of emoji so I don't feel so alone. And I may not be able to see comments. I saw a few earlier, so if you posted one and I like specifically, like you're like, why did she answer them and not me? It's probably because I didn't see it, because I haven't seen any others since the ones from earlier. So I'm just letting you guys know I'm ignoring no one. It's just the way Facebook is sometimes. So, you know, that works. But yeah, all cream shadow. Totally all cream shadow. Doing that. That was zero anything else. Okay? So I literally used these cream shadows to do my brows. And there's literally a color for every colored hair person. Because if you have blonde hair, you could do your brows with this color. And then the brunettes, you could choose from either of those. So that's a super cool trick. I think it's fun. I love things that are multi-purpose. And, you know, they're a little messy, but that's what, you know, concealer's for. We'll clean it up. And I just got to grab my concealer. And then I'm going to do my roots with the same cream shadow here after I put on some makeup. So I can show you guys how versatile it actually is. Get a little concealer. Concealer is my best friend. My tan is fading, so I think I'm light enough to start using Scarlet again. We'll see. If it's super light, then I'll have to switch back to the velour, but we'll check it out. See how the camera reacts. I don't know. I am pretty pale, but that is pretty pale too. It's alright. We're going to roll with it. It's not going to be too bad. It's not going to be too bad. So I always reverse line my brows because I draw them on. So because of that, I need that extra kind of to clean them up. For one, it cleans them up, and for two, it just makes it look neater. And then when I set it with setting powder, they really stay. And I'm just going to go again on the underneath side and do the same thing. And that's a little more messy on that side. But for the sake of time, we're not going to keep fiddling with that. I really don't need to spend 5 hours on my brows. That would be the most boring live in the history of lives. And y'all know I'm slow in general. So we roll with it. We're going to roll with it. Alrighty. So we've gotten that far. Yay! We have brows done and a little bit of reverse lining with the concealer. So y'all know concealer is, again, my best friend. And you don't need a whole lot to get a whole lot of coverage. I mean, it's not a whole lot that I use. And the next thing that I love to do with it is my under eye. And you always want to do a triangle, not swoosh. And I want to show you guys why. Hold on real quick. I'll show you. So triangle, you guys see where the light is. And I'm going to blend that out with the Beauty Blender. Now I'm going to show you guys what it would look like if you did a swoosh under your eye. See the difference? Do you see how this side of my face looks lighter and brighter, and this kind of just looks like I have a weird white ring under my eye? There's a reason I tell you guys triangle, not swoosh. It also helps sculpt your face. It's like, it's basically the same principle as highlight and contour, but you're just highlighting with the concealer to give yourself less work down the road. And it's great because this concealer covers up all your under eye bags. And that's why I go one shade lighter than my actual foundation, because it just helps me in that process. I don't have to use as much contour to get the effect that I want. And I always have redness around my nose, so that's one place that I always conceal. It's a good look, right? Y'all know I'm not afraid to embarrass myself for y'all. That is my tagline. That is it. You know this. I'm not afraid to embarrass myself for the sake of your beauty. And we do it Messy Mom style. Just Messy Mom's Guide to Makeup right here. There's no like it has to be perfect. It needs to be like all pretty. No. We just roll with the tricks that we learn and make it work. So, if you guys have seen me do live before, I always rose water on my beauty blender. I do not use regular water, because if I'm going to put something on my face, it might as well be skincare. It helps set the makeup. It takes away redness. This baby is multi-purpose. You guys have heard me rave about this so many times. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know this. So I use that versus water on my beauty blender. It's my best friend. And so I'm going to just blend out all of that concealer before I put any kind of foundation on my face. And the reason I conceal first and that I do it this way are for two reasons. I typically have problem skin. I have oily skin, I have acneic skin. My skin has gotten so much better since I've been using Unique, but I have struggled with it since puberty. I mean, it's just a fact of my life. But the texture's definitely improved. But every now and again, especially when it's dry and with the oil, I get little patches where it's like roughed up, right? And so if you were to use a foundation brush, let me show you guys. So if you were to use this foundation brush, which is amazing if you have like smooth skin and don't have any issues, if you were to put on your makeup this way, that's going to rough up your skin. If you have any imperfections, it's going to pull those up to the surface. You're going to see that. But by using a damp beauty blender to pat in your makeup, you get the appearance of smoother, flawless skin. It's just the difference in application, like just the difference in how you apply a product. I mean, that it makes all the difference in the world, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Not just the difference, but it literally makes all the difference in the world. So for wintertime, I mixed a little bit of BB cream in with my Touch Liquid foundation to give myself a little extra hydration, so it's thicker, in case you guys are wondering why the texture is so thick. And so I'm just going to get that, the little rose water, and then pat it in where I didn't put foundation already. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hi April, hi Jessica. I think my little notifications are delayed. My internet is, y'all know, not the best, right? It's not the best internet. My ears are red. My ears always get red when I do a live. So I'm like always like covering it up because I get so red. So yeah, I'm going to do a little contour here in a second, but my lips are dry, so I'm going to exfoliate a little bit before I move on to the next step. And I'm actually really digging. I didn't think I was going to like my brows with the Splurge because I had been so used to using the brow kit for so long, and I hadn't done Splurge in quite a while. And I think we didn't do too bad a job. So I'm using our cream foundation for my contour. We do have an awesome cream in our contour palette. But if you guys look at it, what's the thing I used up the most? The cream. I always run out of that first, and so I was like, okay, what can I do? What can I use that would be a great beauty hack, you know, to not waste all that extra product. So I started using our cream foundation for that. And it makes a great contour. It makes one of the best contours, and it's so blendable because it's a cream. And so before I do any kind of setting powder or anything, I'll put that on, and then it can all be blended out. And the good thing about this is because it's so blendable, if I go too heavy, which you guys know since I'm a messy mom when I put on makeup, I tend to overdo it, I can always fix it. Since I tend to be on the messier side. If you guys can see me and hear me, say hey. The comments are slow. My internet is just, you know, marvelous. But let me know you're there. And if you ask a question or leave a comment and I don't see it, I promise when I'm done I will go back and answer it and talk to you guys. I will go right back and get with you. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just using a little bit of the cream foundation to contour out. And then, okay. This is embarrassing, but for you older girls, or maybe young girls, you know what I'm going to talk about right here. The turkey neck. This is something that as we age, you're going to get the turkey neck. It just happens, okay? Or if you gain weight. I have it. Jowls run in my family. Cream foundation, baby. You could totally use a cream shadow to contour too, and I totally should have done that to show you guys more versatility, but I'm just so used to using this because it's a big surface to get product from. The little pots are harder. But yeah, gotta cover the turkey neck. Nobody likes the turkey neck, and this is a great way to contour it out and hide it. It's one of my favorite tricks. Like, I instantly have a chiseled face now. That I didn't have before. It's not going to stay this muddy looking either, guys. Just so you know. I know that looks really ruddy and muddy. It'll be cute in a minute. I know it doesn't look good now, but it'll be pretty in a hot second, okay? You guys gotta bear with me. Bear with me. I promise. It gets better. Sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. But it always gets better, okay? I'm just going to do a little contour with that same cream. And again, I know this looks hot mess, express, ridiculous right now. It is not a good look, but it's going to get cuter, I swear to you. Y'all have seen my finished product. I don't always, the whole process doesn't look this ridiculous, right? It doesn't look this crazy. It takes a minute to get there. It takes a minute. I don't wake up with this like perfectly contoured, chiseled face. No, it takes work. But it's fun work. It's fun to play. It's fun to play. And we're hiding the turkey neck. Gotta get rid of those gels. Yeah, I know, it's so cute. No, it's really not cute, but, you know, girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do. Get a little bit of this excess off. It's ridiculous. I know. It's so ridiculous. So I'm gonna get some setting powder before I go any further and set my under eye. And so we have, it's like a little air spun filter there that keeps the, when you put it on, it keeps the little micro like powder dust nice and neat. And look at the difference, guys. I just want to show you guys that just from that side to that side where I've done it, it's just so smooth and pretty. I know, it's crazy. Just what a little bit of setting powder does. And I'm going to bake it on because I'm sure I'll get eyeshadow all over my face. And I'm going to set my brows with the setting powder. And my chin. And my nose. Again, It's that nice. It just refines everything. It just makes everything smoother, prettier, less crazy. I'm going to get a little bit of our Touch Powder foundation that I hope they bring back. It's so amazing. That color's not the color I wanted. There are a few of the darker colors left, so if you have a darker skin tone, you can totally use this. And just, it basically does the same thing, but it has color. Blend in where I did that contour. There we go. See, I told y'all it gets better. I told y'all it doesn't stay crazy looking. It doesn't always look like that. I'm going to get a little bit of bronzer. And I like to use our blusher brush. I use Hermosa. It's the color. Some of these things, if you guys have watched my videos, are going to feel very repetitive because I am a creature of habit. I am. But part of the reason I am is because I'm not a makeup artist, right? I'm just a mom that loves makeup, that has found fun hacks and tips and tricks that work for me. Okay? And I love them so much, I like to share them with you guys. Like, that is it. That is the extent of what I want to do, right? So, you'll see me do a lot of the same things over and over, like my base face, which is what we've gotten to this far. I do a lot of the same things. I have a few tweaks thrown in, obviously, because of the winter and stuff like that, but that's pretty much the base face process, like what I do up until I start adding color and whatnot. So, that's what it is. So next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of blusher. A little bit of pressed blusher. I personally love Serene and our metallic, and I don't know how much longer we'll have it since they're limited edition colors. Hi, Bee. Hi. Oh, am I going to kill your name? Diona? Oh my gosh, if I said it wrong, you can slap me. Ugh. I hate when I get people's names wrong. So if I said it wrong, like literally, see, I nervous blushed because I was so worried I was going to say it wrong. I did too much. I nervous blushed. I get nervous and I keep going. I'm like, I know. It's ridiculous. I know. You guys don't have to tell me. Hi, Sharon. I'm a hot mess. What can I say? What can I say? It is what it is. Clean some stuff up before we go on to the next thing. All right. Oh, my big old ears. It is eye time. And so, I did use the cream shadow for my brows. And now, I'm going to use it on my eyes. So, we did Proud and Faithful on my brows. And then on the little inner corner part, I did Grateful. And so, I'm going to use some of those same colors just to show you guys that, you know, they're fun to play with. So I need to prime first. Gotta use a little bit of primer because I don't know if you guys have seen my eye primer video or that I did where I did one eye and not one and left it for like 12 hours. Yeah, that was not a good look. I got the ugly granny beads like right through there. It was so not cute. But this is my first live since the big crazy push the other night. And I had so many of you guys on there helping me, cheering me on, buying things. It was amazing. I literally have not felt so much love. Like, my heart. Like, seriously, y'all. You guys don't even understand how much y'all mean to me. And how important that is to me. So I'm going to do a little bit of eyeliner. Ooh, need to sharpen that baby before I poke my eye out. And well, I didn't break my sharpener. I was cleaning it and I made a mess. Because I was emptying out the little pencil shavings. Y'all know our sharpener rounds the tips. I know, it's the coolest thing ever. And you can get the the liners that are waterproof and smudge proof, you can totally get them in like a box set with all of those, and then they give you the pencil free. Coolest thing ever, right? And I did poke my eye with that rounded tip, and I was going to say, oh, it doesn't even hurt when you poke your eye, but it did make it water. Don't poke your eye. Kids, don't poke your eyeball out. So I know that looks super messy, and it's okay. It's totally okay that it's super messy. Take my fun little brush here, and I just blend that baby out. So it's deliberate. It is deliberate that I'm doing it messy style. And I apologize for the lighting, guys. We're working on it. It's super gray out today, and so I'm using like with this tiny ring light I have, not a big one, to try to brighten up the video, and it kind of makes it a little washed out. But and then my beauty light is like warmer, so I don't know. I don't know how to get this lighting situation under control. I think Santa's bringing me a ring light. Either that or a cushy chair from my makeup desk. I don't know. Those are both things that I had on my wish list. So that was literally just the perfect pencil blended out. And that's the fun part of it, is that while it's not dried or set, it's super blendable. But then, I feel like one side's darker than the other. I need to look in the mirror behind me. Then once it's set, it doesn't smudge or budge. Coolest thing ever, right? I know. I know. So I'm going to get the blending brush and get some of that Grateful for a mid-tone. Just kind of smoosh it in there. Smoosh isn't really a word, but I'm going to use it to do that mid-tone. And this is the funnest part of this brush. Literally, like I tell you guys, it's just a windshield wiper motion with this blending brush. It does all of the hard work. And I'm going to smoosh it some more. But it makes it so easy. I love Grateful. It's such a pretty mid-tone. I don't use it enough. And I haven't played in the mattes in a while. I had been all like, because with the anniversary palette, I was all in the sparkles. So I was like, I'm going to play in the mattes today. And get a little bit of that same brush I was using under my eye, and go in with a little bit underneath. And it's this cream shadow and Grateful. I really like that for a mid-tone. It's such a pretty color. Where did I throw my blending brush? I'm just throwing makeup brushes everywhere. Snake it a bit me. So yeah, that literally does all the mid-tone work for you. So now we're gonna throw a little shimmer in there. I'm gonna use some of the Hopeful, which is like a light ballerina pink, and I think it'll look really cute next to that kind of like nutty brown color. And again, the cream shadows are so blendable, and you can layer them on top of each other. And I went too high. And I just love them. And this month you get them for like 20 bucks off for a set of 3. I know, they're crazy. I'm telling you. I thought they were crazy with the Black Friday deals, and then they added that. You get 3 for what, 59 bucks? And they're normally $26 a piece. Normally the set of 3 is $70. That's what they usually do. They usually do a set of 3 for $70. And this month they're doing it for $59 for 3 of them. And I've already used more than 3 on my face. Like, that's how many you need, because I love them all. I'm super obsessed with them. And I really like the pink and Hopeful with the kind of like tawny brown from Grateful. They look so pretty together. That really is a pretty combination. And I don't usually do pinks and browns like that, but I'm kind of digging it. What do you guys think? We need to get a little bit of dark on the edge, so I'm going to go back with that same color I used for my brows and Faithful and get a little bit of dark going. You guys can tell my favorite brushes, right? The ones I keep using over and over. I happen to have particular ones that I'm really obsessed with, that I really, really love, and that I really use all the time. I'm going to blend that a little bit with this little crease brush here. And there we go. I really dig that mixture. So I did promise I was going to show you guys my other trick with the cream shadow. So y'all seen this before. I've done this on multiple videos, but yes, I have to dye my hair. I literally just dyed it like right before Thanksgiving, and now the gray is already coming back. This is the issue that I have. I've been going gray since I was 30, and that's just what it is. So I know I talked about it the other day in my live. I like to use, this is a old Lash Comb and Brow Brush. Here's one that's not all bedraggled. But I use that specifically to do my roots. And so either of these colors would totally work, but I like the darker one because I don't like that big hint of silver that's like showing up on my hair. And I'm just going to show you guys again how easy it is to cover that up, except for when you get it all deep in your hair. No, it actually just blends right in like it would on your face. But isn't that the coolest trick? I've done this so many times on videos for y'all. But yeah, if you have a little bit of root showing, it totally fixes it. I think it's the funnest trick ever. It just shows you one more time how versatile our products are. Like, you can use that all over your face and even on your hair. And the cool thing about it, and I'm going to show you guys, the cool thing about it is you can run your hands through your hair and there's not any brown. You guys see that? If I was using, and I have multiple ones that I use, just so you guys know, like I have them in my desk drawer, like Oscar Blondie and like Root FX, all these different root cover-ups. And see, it's just an eyeshadow, so if you get a little bit on your scalp, you can just rub it right off and you're good to go. And then once that dries, it dries and it stays put. So I've literally only used like my foundation and face products, and everything else I've used cream shadow. You guys are going to get tired of hearing me say cream shadow. Cream shadow, cream shadow. But for real, it's such a great trick. It works for brows. It works on my roots. I used it on my eyes. It's such a versatile product. I love it. It's so fun to use stuff in different unexpected ways that people don't normally think they can use it. And show you guys there's really no rules. You can use this all over your face. There are 0 rules. 0 rules. You can use it everywhere. I know. You want to see something else fun? That same pretty little pink color I used, I need to get some. I can't get in there with my nails. I'm going to get some on a brush and I'll show you guys. Here. I need to get a good amount. And I just dropped some on the floor. But you can also use it as a little highlighter. Y'all see that? That shimmery pink. Now tell me that is not fun. I need to get a little more on there. But look, it makes a cute little highlight. And get a little on my Cupid's bow like I always do. You see that? It's a great highlight. Again, cream shadow can be used. I would dip my finger in there straight up, but my nails are too long. And I'll dig like into it, so I don't want to do that. When you have a brand new one, you could just swipe it right across the top. But isn't that a fun little trick? Again, one more thing that you can do with it. I know, right? So I'm going to do a little stellar lip. My daughter had taken mine because she's obsessed with it. And so I had to wait for my Black Friday bundle to come so I could get it back. I can't talk and put on lipstick. Are y'all kidding me? I'm a little messy. I'm going to work on my lip brush. Can clean it up a little bit. Not too bad. Not too bad. Made it work, right? The lighting does not, as I always say, do this justice. Do the colors justice. But it's fun and versatile, different way to play with products and different colors that you wouldn't normally use in places that you wouldn't normally use them, right? I thought it was fun, and I thank you guys that got on and watched me. It was fun to use the cream shadows in a bunch of different places that you don't normally put them. And talk about being good for wintertime. I mean, just in general. Creams are not drying, so again, to have a little set like that where you can get the 3 cream shadows together is brilliant because, hello, none of that's going to dry my face out. I mean, even though I'm a greasy girl, but you still got to stay hydrated in the wintertime when you're a greasy girl. You do. Just a little bit of mascara. And again, I know this lighting is hard, y'all. It's awful. I will take a picture so you guys can see better because this really doesn't do it justice. But I'm looking in the mirror behind me and I'm like, wow, it looks so good. And then I look at the iPad and I'm like, wah, wah. So it's not translating as well as I wanted to. But I will take a picture and I'll post it so you guys can see and I'll also point out all the places and colors that I use, the certain stuff, and so you guys can see all of that. But like I always say, guys, thank you for watching, and you guys know I'm a mess, I'm goofy, I'm not afraid to embarrass myself for the sake of your beauty. So if there's ever anything you want to see, any products you want to see demoed, any tricks you want to see tried out, message me, leave a comment. I will always hop on and show you guys because I am not afraid to embarrass myself for the sake of your beauty. Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.